Good. All right, cool. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Fight Talk with the BMA's Basic MMA Analysts. I'm here with Slick. We got a fight card to talk about and a fight card, a good one, big one coming up next week. So let's go. How you doing, bro? How you good? You good?
Yeah, man. I just finished watching Umbrella Academy season 3. You on that?
The whole thing. I just watched episode up.
Whole thing got beasted.
Okay, no spoilers, no spoilers. I'm on episode 2. Episode 2. I just got back to Singapore yesterday. I'm jet lagged, bro. I've been up since 2 a.m. I'm finished. But anyway, I watched episode 2, and then I do want to start The Boys as well because I haven't even started The Boys season 3 yet. So yeah, I really need to get on that. So yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers. Lot to catch up on, man. As I've been traveling for the last couple of weeks, I just need to catch up on things. But one thing I have caught up on is the fights. And there was a good fight card on today, man. Did you get a chance to watch most of the fights?
I did watch most of them. I did. I think last weekend's one was a bit more explosive, but this one was just as good, just not as much finishes. Yeah,
but this one was good, man. So the main event was Arman Tsarukyan, and then Tsarukyan, and then
maybe.
Yeah, and then Mateusz Gamrot. That wasn't, bro. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't very familiar with these two, and maybe because I just haven't followed them or whatnot. But bro, that was a good freaking fight. That was a good fight. And you know what I was geeking out more with is the scrambles. The scrambles in the grappling was amazing, bro. Oh my god, I was geeking out about that. I mean, these guys had pace the whole 5 rounds, but every time they wrestled, the scrambles were amazing. I was like, that is awesome. What was your thoughts on the fight?
I didn't watch as much of that one as I wanted to because I couldn't get a good copy. But from what I did see, that was like as good as a scrap standing, you know, like a back and forth scrap standing, like trading. That was as good as that, but grappling. And yeah, I didn't finish it. But it was exciting.
Very exciting fight. Great matchmaking.
Guys at like one of the highest level of their like grappling kind of prowess.
Definitely. I mean, it was such great matchmaking because it was such a very close fight.
Yeah. People that we didn't even know about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Gamrot, like he was the
guys, but
yeah, he was a champion at KWS, which is a Polish league, I think it is. And he fought for the Olympic. I think he was on the Olympic Polish team, I believe, and whatnot. But man, the stand-up. I mean, at the end of the day, it was more of a stand-up battle. I mean, Arman had much better results standing. Like he had some great body kicks. There was one of them that echoed throughout the freaking arena. It was that hurt. But these guys both for 5 rounds just fast-paced, non-stop. It was really awesome fight, bro.
Why do I always miss the really good ones, and then the other one, like, there's always one that you're like, you have all the details, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll watch that one.
Well, it's vice versa, man. It's vice versa because you catch up a lot more on the boxing and stuff outside of the UFC as well. So you know, I'm in the
boxing.
Yeah.
Ooh, we'll talk.
Right. But yeah, and plus, and let's be fair, bro. I sit here comfortably in the morning. I wake up and I watch the fights. The fights happen for you in the middle of the night. So if it's not a massive big event, it's a bit of a struggle for you to wake up, stay up and watch the fight. So let's be real. And I know and I hope I don't cause you any pressure and whatnot, but you're trying to rush to watch these fights before we jump on this because it gets late for me in the evening. I need to hit the bed. It's a Sunday. So, you know, to be fair, you don't have all the time in the world to watch the fights. So people know, so it's at least people listening know, but you make a big effort to wake up, quickly get on, watch as many fights as possible from the UFC to boxing to Bellator, whatever's happening on that night. But yeah, no, I mean, listen, I comfortably watch them, so I could talk in them. But great fight, do watch it, bro. You definitely be entertained, and you'll definitely be fans of these guys because you know it was a great fight, and they went back and forth, amazing. The co-main event was what I was actually looking forward to.
Okay, now I saw that one.
So what's your thoughts on that? Neil Magny.
I knew exactly it was going to go that way. I knew it.
Bro, he's a beast. I mean, 16 wins now, 16 finishes, and Neil Magny ain't no slouch, man. That guy
No,
is a bad
no.
motherfucker, man. Yeah,
Neil Magny was one of the only guys who was calling out Hamzat. You remember that? You have to give him all his due for that. No one else is calling out Hamzat, but he was, and now he's met another Hamzat character, and he ran through him, unfortunately. But Neil Magny, props to him to not backing down and taking fights that people didn't want.
Exactly. I agree. But this Shavkat, I think I'm finding him super exciting, man. I mean, what I love, you know me, I love the humble guys. And to me, he's like the humble version of Hamzat. Because Hamzat's out there, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill everyone. All right, cool. I love him. He's
hold
excited.
on a minute now. Wait a minute. Let's wait till he speaks English and see what comes out of his mouth.
True. Yeah, that's true. But I like his steez, man. I like his vibe. I mean, he was so dominant with the wrestling. I mean, look, you know what? In the first round, Neil Magny done great defense. He almost had like a foot lock, ankle lock on there. So
that kick was undoing. He threw that kind of lazy kick, and then he just grabbed it. And it happened in the second round again.
Yeah.
He just threw this kind of haphazard kick, and then it was like, oh shit. That was like the beginning of the end of the first round for Magny.
Well, maybe Magny thought, I'm going to challenge your wrestling. I'm not scared of your wrestling, so let's go. I'm just going to throw a kick. But bro,
he should have.
Yeah, I was going to say Shavkat is exciting, man. I'm excited about this dude, man. And like I said, 16-0. We're not talking about him much because he hasn't made much noise. But I think he's going to be making noise with his performances, with his, I mean, 16 wins, 16 finishes. He called out Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. He said that's going to be a great fight, and he said he's a great fighter. I think he called him out in respect as well. He's like, he's a good fighter. So, I like that. I'm not going to lie. I love Khamzat. I'm excited to see him fight, but I'm more, how do I put it, excited to see Shavkat because of his vibes, man. I just like his vibes, man. So we'll see more of him. That division's exciting as well, man. I think they're gonna know this guy, man, and he's coming up. And I think he's gonna be the time when him and Khamzat fight, because that's gonna happen. It's gonna be interesting. Oh
yeah.
And don't forget the Kobe's in that division. You got what's his name, man? Gilbert Burns is in that division. You got, you know what I mean? That's a fun division, and you got these beasts coming in who are just undefeated. And just make it so fun. So, Bilal Muhammad comes up to try it.
Oh, yes.
Fights, man.
The future is bright for that division. I was gonna say Neil Magny should have taken up what Chris Curtis said, which is to just not engage in wrestling. He fought the Rodolfo Vieira, and he was like, no, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
But Magny did the opposite, and he paid for it. So
I think Magny's just the type of dude to be like, fight me anywhere, I'm gonna go for it. You know what I mean? I think he's just that type of good dude. That's why he was up for fighting Khamzat. He was like, I don't care about you wrestling, let's go. And I love him for that, man.
Yeah, I remember way back when he fought, as I call him, Hector Lombardment.
Okay.
I think he beat him. He beat Hector, didn't he?
I can't remember, man. Shit, it's been so long ago.
I think he beat Hector, and I was like, oh, I thought Hector was this like just phenom that would run for everyone. And when Neil beat him, I was like, okay, this guy's got something. So I've always thought like, and his attitude, I always thought there was something a bit different about him. The fact that he always come to party, and he never backs down. Even though he doesn't like, he's not fighting the best of the names. He has fought some good ones. He's not title contending, but he's there to stay, and I respect that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, he came off the Ultimate Fighter, if I remember correctly. And he's been around for years, if I remember correctly.
I think he did, the Haitian sensation. But yeah, man, what a fight!
I was actually, to be honest with you, for me that was the most exciting one, just because I'm becoming an even more bigger fan of Shavkat Rakhmonov. So I'm becoming a big fan of his, and I'm looking forward to seeing what he does next.
I always thought he was going to be dangerous. I looked at him. He had the hat. I was like, okay, that looks familiar. And then he just seemed like he just had this ultimate humility that he will beat you and then smile and have a beer. No, maybe not beer, but maybe some camera juice after.
Islamic dude, bro.
My bad. My bad. Anyway, heavyweight fight. Joe
Yeah, so
Persian
yeah. What was that? Josh Persian versus
and
Alan.
Baldas.
What did you think, man? That was a great comeback from Josh,
That was
man.
an amazing comeback. Yeah, he had him. But I think this granite chin, toughness, determination, and bad positioning by Allen, man, because he had him, didn't he? He had him.
Yeah. He clipped him in the first round, right? And then he tried to
Yeah.
finish him, and then man, Josh turned it around. That was freaking amazing. He just used his grappling, held him down, and just ground and pounded him. I mean, they were both gassing out, but I think Josh knew that if I just keep pounding him, he's done.
They're gonna call.
Yeah.
That was crazy. It was a roller coaster fight.
Great
Again,
comeback.
I don't know any. I know Josh Parisian just by hearing his name, but the Alan Bardot, I've never heard of him before.
I believe, if I'm correct, Alan fought.
Hard to cool.
Alan fought. Why have I gone blank? Who's the British dude that's smashing it right now, man? What's his name?
Aspinall.
I believe he fought Aspinall in his first UFC fight and lost because it's Aspinall, but I believe so. Maybe I could be wrong.
Okay.
But yeah, before that we had Thiago Moses versus Christos Go on, tell me, bro.
Giagos?
Yeah.
Giagos?
I can't read for shit. And I'm jet lagged.
Yeah. Let's see how you get with the names in the next 2 weeks and blame it on jet lag, huh?
Yeah, well, people know they watch the channel, they know I can't read for shit anyway.
Yeah, it's basically the reason.
I've got what's it? Well, that's why I do audiobooks, bro, because I cannot read.
Yeah, I'm right along with you as well.
Yeah, man. But that was an interesting submission, and it was quick. The submission, and if you notice that he didn't have the rear naked. He didn't have the second hand behind his arm. It was really.
I missed this one.
So he got him.
Yeah.
So basically, he got his back, and he went for the rear naked. He really squeezed it with the one hand because the other hand wasn't behind his head. It was actually in front. But I think the backhand was squeezing so much, and he just used the front hand to maybe squeeze on.
To just leverage extra. Okay.
He tapped him with a one hand rear naked choke almost. So great submission. It was quick.
Yeah, he's a submission specialist, isn't he?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I've heard his tale of like many sub wins and whatnot. So yeah. I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Awesome. It was a good submission. It was a quick first round submission. You could check that out. The other one I was looking forward to, obviously because of bias of the name, Nurmagomedov.
Of course.
Bro, did you see that fight? I mean, the domination. Absolute domination.
Watched a little bit of it and then I got caught up with something, but it looked like it was going one way, in my opinion, like from
all the way, man.
The first round, it was like it was just like one-sided. So
all the way,
the whole
man.
thing was one-sided? Okay.
Bro, I mean, Nate stripes to Nate Manes. He fought Umar Nurmagomedov, which is Khabib's cousin, I believe, right?
Yeah, his cousin.
Just, bro, them guys, just non-stop pressure, and then the wrestling, and not just the wrestling. Umar's got great stand-up. I mean, his front leg kicks are amazing, bro. He done a push kick to the face. It was like a Thai push kick, man. He's got great striking as well. But throughout the whole fight, it was just domination, and especially when you grab, not just in the stand-up, but especially when you grabbed him, took him down, and that was it. Just pounded him, got position, any sort of roll, any sort of scramble you did, Nurmagomedov in that fashion was always on top. And I felt like Nate, he got to a point where he just knew, even when he was striking, it wasn't like committing to try and hit him because he knew if I miss, I'm going down again. But look, them guys, man, the Nurmagomedovs and those Khabibs, they just dominate in pressure, in grappling. But these guys, man, Islam, Umar, the striking is just, they're better than Khabib's, you know what I'm saying? Like they're pulling us the striking nice and it's clean. Like I say, just check the striking out. Like those front leg kicks that he was doing were great. And that push kick to the face was just like, damn, that's some elite striking when you push kick someone to the face. Exciting, more exciting guys, man.
When I think of Khabib, I always think of like, how like deep are you with the mythos of like Venom and Null and Carnage and all those guys from the Marvel mythos?
I wouldn't say I know everything, but of course I know the characters.
Okay. The weird thing is about them is that Venom is kind of like the first one to come through. Obviously, Null is the god, but all of the offsprings of Venom, of Khabib, right, are slightly better than him, slightly stronger than him in a
Carnage and whatnot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Toxic and all this. So it's and Scream, he's obviously still the granddaddy in a sense, but all the offsprings are slightly better and unique. And that's what I'm seeing. Habib is Venom.
Habib is Venom. Well, I mean, it's exciting. And listen,
Venom.
those divisions are fun anyway, like the bantamweight division, they're all fun anyway. And when these guys grow into that title contendership, top 10, top 5, it makes it even more fun because we're following their journey from the beginnings or the top 15s or when they're not even ranked. That's what makes it even more fun. And especially because we're deep into the UFC, we just we try to watch all the fights. We're following these guys' journeys, and UFC is putting on fights every week almost. We got some good freaking cards coming up. But yeah, man, I mean, look, that was fun. And then you mentioned earlier Chris Curtis versus Rodolfo Vieira, who's obviously a jiu-jitsu and submission expert.
Yeah, he is, and he didn't want none of it.
He didn't want none of it. He kicked Chris in the balls a couple of times. There was a couple of those. I think one of them he didn't though. There was one where I think
one of them, it was, yeah. But they still called the stoppage. But I think Chris Curtis pulled a good fight, man.
Smart move, bro. Don't go to the ground. I mean, he scrambled very well, then got away with it. Yeah,
scrambled. Yeah, he did. I mean, again, like he's another new name. I only saw him. I only recognized him from his pre-fight conference, and he was saying some. Well, he was saying, I'm not trying to get involved in and get drowned, basically.
Yeah.
And that's why I took notice, and I was like, let me see how this guy fared, and he did his thing. So
good strategy. Why not, man?
Yeah, hats off to him.
I didn't watch. I kind of watched the prelims on the background. I didn't really concentrate too much, to be honest with you. I did take notice of the main prelim fight, Carlos Ulberg versus Tafwan. I cannot pronounce that name, but he's one of Izzy's boys, Carlos and whatnot. He's from Izzy and that team and whatnot, and he hit him with a nice, cheeky little left hook that took him down. It was like he was throwing the jabs, and then cheeky little left hook came in, pop, knocked him down, finished him off. That was quite fun.
That one. Okay, no, I didn't catch it in the prelims. Was there anything else that happened? Anything else?
I mean, the other fights. I mean, bro, to be honest, I didn't watch them properly because I was going somewhere. So I can't tell you much. But yeah, I mean, maybe take a look. I didn't get a chance to watch them all. I know I saw the highlight of some submissions from Mario Batista.
I'm not sure that one. You mentioned the main fight, the Tsarukyan guy, right? He actually fought Islam. Islam beat him.
Yes. Yeah.
Leading up to the fight, he was saying, "Oh, like he's better than those guys and this and that, and like he beat me when I had just kind of started and so on, so on." So yeah, he kind of came in with that extra hype that he's fought one of the best guys in the division, and he just about lost, or it was close or whatever. I just remembered him coming in that he's one of those guys that have fought the great Islam.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was saying that if once he wins, he's going to try and get that fight back with Islam. Or he believed he would have fought him for the title and whatnot in the future. Right. But man, great fights. But listen, bro, let's talk about next week's card, because next week's card is obviously a big one. I'm freaking super excited about that. And we got some great fights all the way from the early prelims to the prelims all the way to the main card. But Israel Adesanya versus... Sorry, bro, go on.
Oh no, I was just saying Uriah Hall. I was like, I ain't seen him in a while.
That's what I'm saying. But Israel Adesanya versus Joe Cannonier, bro, wicked. I mean, this whole card is freaking awesome. We've got Alex Volkanovski versus Max Holloway 3. You got freaking Sean Strickland, that psycho by Alex Pereira, which could possibly be a contender for Izzy after if he beats Sean Strickland, I reckon they'll give. If Izzy wins and Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira win, I reckon they're gonna make them two fight just because of the storyline.
Yeah. It's almost not quite, but it's almost that Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm situation, bringing somebody in from another organization who has a high pedigree to beat the champion. Obviously, in this case, he had beaten him twice in was it kickboxing or something?
Yeah.
But it's that kind of hype train that this person's gonna come in from another division and they've got this set of skill sets, and we're gonna possibly like
They're,
dethrone you.
they're setting up. They're setting up well. You got Lauren Murphy versus Misha Tate, my previous coach. I can say that because you taught me for like a year.
Coach, look at this guy. What you do
But
is get you in a triangle.
I'm famous on YouTube, bro. Where she teaches a move on YouTube. We got loads of hits and whatnot. She beats me up on that, which is cool. You got Pedro Munoz versus Sean O'Malley.
I can't compete with that.
That's the main card, right? We'll get predictions in a second, right? But well, prelims, you got Brad Riddle versus Jalin Turner. You got Bobby freaking Lawler versus Brian Barberina.
Barberina.
Man, you got freaking Jim Miller and Donald Cerrone. Cerrone doing what Cerrone does best and coming in at the last moment. That's a wicked fight. And then even the early prelims, you mentioned Uriah Hall, and I love watching him fight. You got Brad Tavares. Bro, this is a main freaking amazing card. Let's just go back to the beginning real quick. What's your thoughts on Israel Adesanya versus Gerald Cannonier? What's your prediction? What's your thoughts?
I think Jared Cannonier, he's dangerous all around. He's one of those guys who's like Volkanovski, who has fought in a higher weight class and then kind of shrunk it down and compacted, and so he still has that kind of big man strength in a sense. But I think Adesanya with his, actually Cannonier's reach is not as it's not that far from Adesanya, but I still feel like the trickery of Adesanya is staying outside, freezing opponents, getting them to play his game, almost like he does a genjutsu from Naruto, like frozen in time at the moment. I feel like that will probably be too much for Cannonier. However, if Cannonier does catch him with those bombs, he has been dropped. It's not impossible. So I think Izzy needs to play his game and Cannonier needs to play his, and he needs to push Izzy. He needs to really get in his face. But no one's really been able to do that other than Yan, and wrestle him. So I think he will be wrestling.
Who's that guy? Why have I gone blank? Mexican guy, man. Come on, badass fighter, man. Remember him and
Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah, right. Perfect example. Him and Yan are the only two people that really got into his face and was able to kind of at least nullify a little bit of offense. So he's gonna have to kind of mimic that. If not, Adesanya will chew him up.
Yeah, Adesanya's got to play. What I love about these two, man, there's no animosity between them. They both have this geekiness to them, like comic book geekness. Adesanya's already expressed it. Gerald Cannonier, he's into all that comic book stuff as well, Naruto and all that stuff. I love that stuff. But I think they're going in with respect, but obviously they look at beat each other. I feel Adesanya, if he, again, I agree with you, whoever plays their game will win this fight. I don't know what Jared Cannonier comes in at, what he weighs in on fight day. Really? But if he does weigh in heavier, because he was a freaking heavyweight at one point, possibly can use it against Izzy. Izzy's taken a bomb from Yoel Romero, even though that fight was kind of like, a bit slow. Remember, he did take a bomb from him in that fight. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then I think Izzy after that
aspect of the fight.
That changed the fight. Izzy started leg kicking the shit out of him, and people didn't like the fight. But end of the day, that was it.
That was it. He was like, "What? Nope, I don't want any of that."
But Izzy took it. Izzy's shown that he's got that chin. He's got great movement. He rolls with the punches. He's so technical. He's a freaking Jedi standing up. I love watching him fight. But Jared Cannonier, just fresh blood. I think he's if he connects and he plays that game, uses his power, his weight against him, I feel like, and pressure, you never know. It could be fun. But I'm gonna go with Izzy just because I just love his style, man. I just think he's like a Jedi right now.
No, actually, Izzy, he is. He's the new breed of Jedi. Like Adesanya was Silver was the original. Silver was Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah. and then Adesanya's like Israel Luke Skywalker. Yeah. Israel Skywalker, basically.
Great fight. I can't wait for that one, bro. Max Holloway versus
by the way, Israel did. I'm sure I heard him say on one like show. He said, "I'm gonna fuck Jared Cannonier up."
Of course he would, man. He's got that confidence, and of course, with all respect, even though whether he likes him or not, he's gonna say that. He's gonna do what he has to do. You know what I mean? So, That's
enough.
easy. Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway, man, part 3.
I'm not ready
Now,
for this.
what do you think? I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's not like Max
Ready for
Holloway, it's not like he's just getting the title shots. He's freaking, you know, he went and fought, what's his name?
Kelvin Kattar.
Kattar put on that amazing clinic. He fought Yair Rodriguez. Yeah, so he earned his way back up, and I love that about Max. And Max is just a amazing dude. I mean, Volkanovski, I think people are counting him out, and I feel like he should have got
really.
Well, no, people, you know, he didn't get his respect. I think after the Korean Zombie one, I'm like, you got to respect this dude and his talent. And you know what? He's got the formula to beat Max Holloway, and he's just gonna apply that again, but maybe with some new tricks and stuff like that. But if I reckon, you know, I'm not gonna count him out on this one. I love Max. I'm not gonna pick one on this one, but I think it's gonna be a great fight to watch, even though it's
You're not picking a fight.
I'm not gonna pick, man. I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'm just gonna enjoy it, man, because I want to respect Alexandra Volkanovski and
Alexandra.
I know I messed that up. I messed that one up. Look at my eyes, bro. I'm jet lagged as fuck. But I want to respect him because he deserves all the respect as a champ and what he's done. And Max Holloway, I'm just a fan favorite of him. I think I love what he's done and whatnot. So I'm just gonna enjoy that fight.
I hear what you're saying. I think if I were to call it, I would say Alex probably will take it. I love Max to death. He's amazing. He is what it is, guy, isn't he? That's his motto. He's just very chilled, laid back, humble, eats his cupcakes, chills out of his son and all that. Like you can't just not like him, you know. He's a great guy.
Awesome. I think Alex might just apply the leg kicks again because he done that a lot in the first fight. He applied the leg kicks a lot, tried to nullify Max Holloway's movement and whatnot. But if Max uses that boxing, that amazing boxing that he has got, I mean, it'll be a fun fight. And you know what? Generally, like with a third fight with these, I mean, it's actually gonna be fun with these three. Like with these two, and if they fight again, if Max wins, then they'll probably fight again, and I would watch it again. I enjoy those two fighting. It's actually really fun and exciting. So I'm all down.
I am, but I also like the idea that Alex said he would go up in weight class, and if that happens, then at least there won't be this constant back and forth, like ping pong between the two, because they are arguably the best in the. Of course, Alex is the GOAT at the moment in the division, and Max is. I mean, you can't even argue with him not being a GOAT because he is. But they're the two best fighters in the division, pretty much, right? Like, there's nobody else that's really getting close to that level because they've beaten all of them. So, you know, it'll be good if Alex does go to another, you know, go up weight class and let Max, you know, go back to where he was. Possibly.
It's a shame.
And then they can have a champ fight, you know?
Yeah. It's the same. You know? It's a shame Zabit retired, man. He would have been fun in that mix. Anyway, my guy's retired. Good luck to him. But yeah, I'm excited at the fact that if he wins, that he'll go up because that makes things, you know, champ fights make things exciting. So I would definitely.
Maybe their fourth fight will be champion versus champion. Maybe, who knows?
Maybe it could be awesome. All right, cool. Sean Strickland versus Alex Pereira. Look, as we already kind of said, Sean Strickland's a nutter, so he'll just fucking fight, and that's all he wants to do. Pereira's got the technique to put him out, so it'll be a fun fucking fight. Put it that way.
Oh, for sure. Did you see when he wiped his blood on the Schmo's face?
I didn't. I mean, I'm not surprised he would do that.
It was weird. Like the Schmo was playing his part, you know, his spiel that he does, and then Strickland was sparring, and he's you got some blood on your face, and at some point he just says yeah, and then he wipes it onto Schmo's, and Schmo keeps character and moves on with it. And then the guy starts talking about his woman and how often he banged his woman, right? Strickland's talking about Schmo and his wife, right? Because his wife's pretty hot.
She's the other reporter or whatnot, yeah.
I think she is, yeah. And then Schmo just kind of professionally slides by that one, but it was really awkward.
Damn.
But ultimate professionalism to Schmo.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, good on him, man, to keep character and move on and whatnot.
Yeah.
Freaking Strickland is a bit of a, you know, he's very expressive in his thoughts, put it that way.
That's
cool.
the way of putting it.
Lauren Murphy versus Misha Tate. I mean, Misha Tate, she obviously I'm biased because, you know, ex-coach and whatnot. I say that really. I mean, she knew my name, bro. Come on, that was awesome. She knew my name. But you know, she had this new fire under her and she thought she could be champion. I think, you know, let's see how this goes, but that will be fun. Pedro Munoz. I'm sorry, I'm skipping through because we've got 10 minutes left because of bloody Zoom. Pedro Munoz versus Sean O'Malley. Now, Sean O'Malley is obviously fun guy to watch. He's very technical. He's a freaking superstar. Pedro Munoz is not. He's fought some. Bro, that guy's fought some people, man. Jose Aldo and Aljamain, and he's fought some dudes, bro.
Yeah. Dominic
Cruz. I mean,
Frankie. Yeah, Aljamain, Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, he's tried and tested.
So Sean O'Malley's obviously amazing. He's shown that he's amazing. He's got that skill set. He's got the range. He finds his. Not only does he find his range, he finds ways to put combinations together. He's very entertaining. But you know, with Pedro, I think Pedro's going to put it on him, just like Cheeto did. I think Pedro's going to pull it on him, just like Cheeto did, because Cheeto leg kicked him and knocked him out. And I know Sean O'Malley just kind of brushes over that, but facts are facts, right? Cheeto weren't fucking around and he went out there. Pedro's going to do the same, I think. I don't think anyone's ever intimidated by Sean, but I think he's just going to pull it on him. What are your thoughts at?
I think that's the best way to attack him. I think Sean O'Malley does everything that you've mentioned. He just doesn't know how to lose with humility. And we haven't seen him wrestle yet, either.
Yeah.
That's the only thing we haven't seen him do. But other than that, yeah, you're right. I think Pedro, that's the only way he's going to win that fight. And Sean O'Malley, you know, if you give him time and space, he's going to do what he does, and that's tear you up from the side, like Conor, like Pettis, like Adesanya. So
it's fun to watch. Yeah, definitely fun, man.
It's probably his biggest fight, right? Biggest fight for O'Malley.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, considering who Pedro Munoz is for, it's definitely a step up. You know, he's slowly getting his way up, and I think Sean O'Malley's doing it right. He's not just fighting all these tough dudes and whatnot. He's doing it slowly. I'll go through this real quick.
He didn't want to, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's like, you're gonna have to pay me, and good for him. Good for him on that. But I'm gonna go to the prelims real quick, and I'm just gonna pick on two just because I'm being a bit biased. But Robbie Lawler, I mean, I love seeing Robbie Lawler fight. What do you think about him fighting Brian Barberena?
I think it's a bad fight for Robbie, to be honest, man. I think Robbie, like those other guys that you love and cherish, like those other veterans, I think he should become a coach. You know,
he's been battle tested so much. Yeah, it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know how much more he can take. The fight with freaking Rory McDonald. I mean, crazy fight. You know,
that changed everything.
Yeah,
that changed everything. Both of them, that changed their existence big time.
Yeah, no doubt.
They left a piece of themselves in the octagon after
No doubt. That was such a great fight, and they were busted. His lip, I remember, was ripped up.
Yeah, it was like, oh, he had that going on.
Damn.
Remember when they gave the death stare, just like
after round 4 or something, when they both just looked at, bro, crazy fight. Jim Miller versus Donald Cerrone, look, two legends, old school dude getting at it, man. I think Jim Miller said that he wants to get to 300, if I believe it was him that said that, wants to get to UFC 300.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not too far away. And Donald Cerrone, obviously, he was supposed to fight Joe Lozon 2 times, and that got cancelled. First time he got sick. Second time Lozon hurt his knee. So, and then he does it. Yeah, I know. And in Donald Cerrone typical fashion, and he's going to go down as a legend for this. He stepped up in short notice to fight Jim Miller. So I think that's pretty awesome on him.
Amazing. I think it's a bad fight for Donald. I really do. But yeah, love to see the legends fight all the same.
Definitely, man.
I hope that Jim gets there, and I hope that you know, if Donald loses, he doesn't take too much damage.
Yeah, no, I agree. And then Uriah Hall, I always enjoy watching him fight. He could have, I don't know, man, that guy, I mean, he's on the early prelims. I feel like he had so much talent. I don't know what it was.
He mentioned about some issues that went on, like some personal problems that he had, and it hindered him. And he, you know, after that, I think he says he wasn't the same. So
I love watching him fight, man. Yeah. I mean, he got such great techniques and kicks and whatnot. I mean, the guy beat Gegard Mousasi at one point. Remember with that spinning back kick?
Yes, I remember.
I mean, he was up there.
Yeah, he was, but I think, yeah, whatever's going on in his head was too much, and that's it. Because I remember him early days, and he was saying that he just watched Tekken and he just trained with like Tekken moves in mind, and I was like, that's a thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And he could pull it off because he was so like athletic. But yeah, so it's a shame to see his talent kind of be nerfed in a sense, be snuffed out.
Definitely. Cool, man. Well, look, I mean, it's a fucking fun card next week. I can't wait. It's an exciting one, and I'm sure that might be one that you will stay up for. So we'll definitely catch up about this next week. I know it looks like you got to go, but we're out of time anyway because of Zoom's going to.
We're out of time.
Was there anything else?
I was gonna say Mayweather proposed a $1 billion deal for Conor for boxing rematch, and Conor said he accepts.
Of course he
accepts. I've been hanging on to that from the beginning of the conversation.
Of course
so
he accepts.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
Of course, well, $1 billion I mean, Conor's going to get paid. You fight Mayweather. Who's going to say no? I still think Mayweather is just a master at boxing. So you can't beat him at that. But Conor will get a couple strikes in like he did last time, and it's just a money grab. Mayweather's the best at making money. Yeah, why not? Why not get a couple of those shots in? Mayweather is a master at boxing, and he's a master at self-promotion and making millions. But my guy makes millions. He makes more money than the whole of UFC roster doing exhibition fights. That's how great he is with a business perspective. In some sort of perspective, you know. So of course he's gonna say
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, look, I know there's probably other news and whatnot, but we got 2 minutes left. But we'll catch up.
All right, go on. Go on. Let me see if I got something. Go on.
I was just.
Canelo. No. Forget that one. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury. It's been announced.
Okay, all right. That's gonna be good.
What do you think about that one?
I mean, I think Jake Paul, he's a boxer, man. He's a boxer. I think he might take it. He's been training hard. I don't know. I can't lie and say that I've seen Tommy Fury fight. I've just seen stats before and whatnot. Sure. So, but at least he's a boxer. At least he's not an MMA guy. So he's got, he's coming from a boxing base, fundamentals and all that sort of stuff. So that would be good for Jake Paul. You never know. He could give Jake Paul problems because he is a boxer, and Jake Paul has only been fighting either YouTube guys or MMA guys. So fighting a proper boxer,
real boxer, who don't have great hands, like Askren, no, Tyrant got gun shy. So and
there's a difference in the stance, right? I mean, there's more of a sideward stance, and I haven't seen Tommy Fury fight, but I'm just saying MMA guys are a bit more square off just because of the takedowns, and I'm sure Tyron changed his stance a little bit, but just coming against a real boxer, it will be interesting. And I think he's in the same sort of weight class as well, because Tyron and them guys were a weight class below Jake, if I'm correct. So anyway, listen, Jake's fucking awesome. He's doing what he does best to make money, and it'll be fun to watch, I guess. He'll get the millions, put it that way.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's all I got. Oliveira slams Costa, by the way.
Oh, he slams Costa?
Yeah, before all his like weight issues and stuff, and he says he got finished by a white belt.
It is what it is, though, isn't it? It is what it is. But cool. Listen, bro, this is gonna knock off any minute now. But as always, it was great to catch up with you. We will watch a big fight next week and catch up about that. I can't wait. Let's get a quick picture before we get locked off. 1, 2, 3. All right, cool. All right, people, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that sort of good stuff, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.